All right, so I just want to talk quickly about one of the problems in data visualization for higher education. Within the actual notebook, we talked about a line plot. And we have a line plot here looking at enrollment term, enrollment year, and so looking at the various fall semesters and seeing how the enrollment trend looked from 2010 to 2022. So our x-axis is year, our y-axis is total enrollments. So pretty straightforward. We're using the value counts and a sort index, right? If you're ever not clear as to why a piece of code is being used, for example, what is value counts doing? Why is sort index being added to that, the sort index method? You can just create another code block right here, paste the portion that you're interested in, and see what happens. Now you can see enrollment year is not in order. So it's pretty clear that if you just add sort index, that's going to put things in order, which apparently our line plot is going to need, right? If you don't put it in order, then the line plot will be all confused as far as going from 2010 to 2022. All right, so that's in the actual notes, right? The actual notebook that goes along with the video. But then for the assignment for line plot trends, we want to include enrollment year and ethnic code, right? So you may try, and which is the right thing to do, you may try to kind of start with the code that you're given in the notebook and then just try to modify it accordingly. You'll find that if you try to do that, and let me include this as well, you'll find that if you try to do that, then it's not quite going to work because value counts applies only to situations where you have, one variable. But here we're looking at two variables at a time that are modifying how we end up producing this graph and what it looks like. Unfortunately, we don't necessarily teach you explicitly how to jump from a situation like this where you have one line plot being plotted versus you have multiple line plots with each line plot representing a different ethnicity, right? That is not explicitly given to you here in the notes. In cases like that, that's when you say, hey, the title of this certificate program includes generative AI. And so I need to include generative AI in my process. All right, so one thing you could do is you could say, okay, here's my code. And I'm going to go to ChatGPT and say, here's my code. To create a line plot. Okay, right here. And say, I want to do the same, but with multiple plots based on the same graph, each for different ethnicities given in the ethnic code variable in my data frame. Okay, so let me just double check. So yeah, we got ethnic code, and I want to say in my data frame, and so let's see if this gets it done for us. All right. So please provide that code. Okay, so multiplies the same figure. We got this right here. Okay, so it's giving us a lot. And it may not necessarily be the most efficient way of doing it, but let's see what we get when we go ahead and plot this out. Okay, so I'm just going to copy this from ChatGPT. I'm going to paste it into here, into my assignment. And shift enter. Oops, let me get rid of that. So anytime you copy from ChatGPT, there's going to be some meta information that you need to remove. Hit enter, and here we go. This is our plot that gives us the various ethnicities, and it's spitting out multiple plots on one graph. Okay, so again, this is one way to approach it. We're using a for loop. Let me see if I can get that done actually without a for loop, right? So let's see. So I see, great. That produced the plot. But can you give me the code without a for loop? Right, for loops are pretty inefficient when it comes to coding. And so let's see if we can get it done without that. Okay, so it's doing a pivot table situation instead. Let's copy this. Create a code chunk below and paste it. Okay, that gets it done as well. All right, now obviously in terms of what the exercise asks for, it asks you to do some specific things. So now you need to go back, and this is where you have to, kind of understand what the code that ChatGPT spits out is really doing, right? You want to call it grouped data, for example. Right. So in order to get full credit, there's some distinctives that are asked for here, and you have to go back to the code and understand the code well enough to make sure that it's doing what you need it to do according to the demands of the homework assignment. Hope this helps.